Let's unpackage what is vision. Webster's definition says this: the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So it's all future. Vision has nothing to do with present tense. It's all future tense. And we've got to have the idea, the ability to think or plan. Now, it's interesting. It's not everybody has that ability. Not everybody has that wherewithal to just think about tomorrow and envision tomorrow because we're so burdened with today. Vision from a Christian perspective is simply this: God's download into our life, telling us something to do, giving us an assignment, a task, a purpose. And not only that, when he puts that in us, he gives us everything we need to handle it and to see it come about. So we have everything we need on the inside of us to read it and run with it, and it will come about, the Bible says. The Bible also says, write it down, make it plain. Making it plain simply means etch it in stone so that they read it and run with it. That tells me it never changes. The vision will never change. It only evolves. It constantly grows, and it empowers, and it strengthens. And so it never changes. In 1986, when Pastor Jimmy started the church, he wrote the vision down. In 91, I jumped in, and it is the same vision. In 2021, it's the same thing that was written down in 1986. All we've done is seen it strengthen, it's fortified, it's gotten bigger, the foundation's large, it's getting stronger and much more momentum, but it's not changed. It always evolves. Here's another thing about vision. The vision of God will attract the right people around you to help you. This is a key component to trusting people. You got to recognize that the people God has sent you aren't for you, they're for the vision. That's why the people are coming to you, not for you, for the vision, to accomplish the heavenly vision given to a man for a specific location to affect change in the hearts and lives of people around them. You got to realize that vision is going to attract the right people. And the last thing about vision that I want to talk about is it'll always outlast you. The vision of God always will outlast you. It never dies with you. It never changes, and it doesn't die with you. It'll outlast you. Why? Because it's etched in stone. They that read it will run with it. And we got to really unpackage that and understand that it's not mine, it's God's. And when God tells you to do something, it will outlast you, right? The greatest challenge, in my opinion, for leaders is to move away from command and control of a vision and into empowerment and ownership of that vision to the hearer, to the reader, to the person that's connected to you. You got to move from command and control to empowerment and ownership. Ownership comes from a sense of, this is mine. It belongs to me. I can interpret it. I can run with it. Did you know that people that read things interpret it differently all the time? Habakkuk 2 says that he that reads it. It's interesting. You can be in a congregation hearing the same pastor, the same message, and 20 different people heard something differently. It's interpretive. It's perspective. It's where they're at. Most people think that because if it's not the way I read it, it must be wrong. And that's incorrect. The vision will come about, but give people the opportunity to have ownership. Just because they don't do it the way you do it, just because they don't say it the way you say it, doesn't mean it's wrong. Trusting people with the vision and running with it, it's a tough thing. And this is one of those things because we don't feel the interpretation or the perspective of it is accurate based on our perspective. As a visionary, can you not just digest that and see where that fits in the mold and how it helps us in the interpretation? Just a thought in this leadership about vision. Vision can be shared, but must be caught. The biggest key, ownership, is when you catch a vision. People believe in it. They'll give you their life. It's being caught. If you don't trust people on your team to run with the vision, then why are they on the team? That's all I'm going to say. If we can't trust the people that are on our teams, then why are they there? Why did we hire them if we can't trust them? If we can't help them and empower them and inspire them to understand and catch the vision, why are they there? That's the key component. Are they there to create problems, irritations, and frustrations for you, the leader, when they don't do all the right things, to cause heartache and headache and a hellish mindset because they're not doing everything right? That's why they're there? Or are they there, attracted by God to you, to do what God's called you to do and the vision God's placed in your heart to write down for them? Are they there to help the vision come about? You got to make that decision. How do you see the people around you? Are they there to create just frustration and irritation, or are they there to run with the vision? And if they're there to run with the vision that God's given, then you got to learn to trust them. That's why they're there. That's why they're with you. That's why they've stuck with you. If you haven't been trusting them, they're there to help you, and that's why they're still there, even though you don't trust them. It's time to let go of distrust and control and power and empower and inspire people to do what God's called them to do.